Okay, hi everyone. In this video, we are going to look at two topics. First, how to add polynomials in one variable, and then how to subtract polynomials in one variable. So let's look at them one by one. Basically, no matter we add or subtract with polynomials, we just combine like terms. So let's look at our first example, how to add polynomials in one variable. And this is our first example. First, we notice that we have two sets of parentheses surrounding each polynomial. And in addition, actually, we don't have to have this parentheses. The reason we have them is just to indicate this is the first polynomial and this is the second polynomial. Other than that, it makes no difference in terms of final answer. So first, I'm going to remove this parentheses so that we can combine like terms. So 5x cubed plus 9x squared plus 2x plus 3. And then plus 3x cubed plus 5x plus 1. So we combine like terms. Remember, like terms are those that have the same variable part. So since we want to write this final result in the descending order of degree, we look at the highest degree first. This is a cube, this is cube. Positive 5, positive 3 combined, that's positive 8. So these two are gone. Now next in line is square. We only have one square, so nothing to combine with. Just copy it. This is gone. Now next one is x terms. We have 2, positive 2, positive 5. That's positive 7 for x. Then constant terms, we have 2, positive 1, positive 3, that's positive 4. So that is our final answer. In other words, this one expression is equivalent to the sum of these two polynomial expressions, no matter what your x value is. X value could be anything. You plug the x value into this expression and same x value into this combined polynomial, they always give you the same result. That's why we call it simplify, because they give you, they represent the same thing. Now, let's look at second approach. Actually, we can add this together in a different format. So just like we add multi-digit numbers in elementary school. So this first we write down the first one, 5x cubed plus 9x squared plus 2x plus 3. Now this is addition. This addition. Second one, I line them up in terms of like terms. So this is 3x cubed, put it in the same column. The next one is x term, put it in the same as 2x term, and they have the same degree. They are like terms. So this is the plus 5x and constant term plus 1. This way, you just add this column by column. We get 8x cubed plus 9x squared plus 7x plus 4. So either approach is fine. It's okay. They give you the same result. Now let's do the second one. So for I just remove parentheses as the first step, and also actually you can just write this whole thing in the descending order. You don't have to copy this whole thing just without parentheses first. So first term is 4x to the fifth. Another one is 2x to the fifth, positive, because they all add together. The next one is x term, so minus 9x. There's another x term, minus 3x. Constant term, plus 6, constant term, minus 2. So these two combine into 6x to the 5th power. And these two x terms combine into negative 12x. These two constant terms combine into positive 4. So that's a final answer. Now, your first set of exercise questions, 4 of those, and even though it looks a lot, actually it's super easy to do, just combine like terms. And answers to all of the exercise questions are in the common area. You can post your questions in the same area. Now, let's look at another example. Write an expression in simplest form for the perimeter of the rectangle shown below. So in the rectangle, we have length, we have width, and instead of specific number, we are given 2 expressions to represent length and width. But regardless is a specific number or expression, it represents the length. And the perimeter of rectangle really means 2 lengths and 2 widths added together, the total length, right? We have 2 of this and we have 2 of this. So we are going to add them together one by one. Length plus length plus width and plus width. So, and we don't need this parentheses, basically. We just remove them to 3x minus 1 plus 3x minus 1 plus 2x plus 5 plus 2x plus 5. Combine like terms. 3, they're all positive, by the way, in terms of x. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. We got 10x. Minus 1 minus 2, totally minus 2. But these positive ones are 10. 10 minus 2, that's positive 8. So that's our final answer. Total length, whatever that x is. Now your second exercise question, you're going to write the simplest form of the perimeter of this triangle. So perimeter, again, is nothing more than total length of a shape. So basically just add these 3 sides together. Be sure to simplify it, combine like terms. Now, let's look at subtractions of polynomials in one variable. The strategy is that, especially if you never done this before, the strategy is to convert subtraction to addition. But after you do enough exercise, you don't have to do that conversion. You just can do subtraction directly. For example, say 5 minus 4, you don't have to convert it to 5 plus 4, the result, right? It's just practice. Since this subtraction part of polynomials may be new to some students, but just like 5 minus 4, you can do it directly after some exercise. Okay, now what this says is pretty much like what I just said. Change minus to plus, change the second number to the opposite. That's what they want you to do. I don't have to do it this way. The goal is to combine like terms. Okay, now let's look at example 3. Subtract and write the resulting polynomial in descending order of degree. So now this is what we do. We don't want people to do subtraction directly because people will actually make mistake. And unless you're really familiar with this, the first step is just follow this process demonstrated here. Change the minus to plus, and change everything inside the parentheses to the opposite. So it's pretty much like you distribute this negative sign to each one inside. So the first one doesn't have any sign in front of the parentheses, which means positive. You don't need to do anything, just copy this whole thing inside. So equals 7x squared plus 8x plus 5 Now you minus this whole expression, you're supposed to minus each one of this. That's why it is equivalent to you distribute this minus sign to each one inside. So minus 3x squared minus 7x minus 1. Now I want to pause a little bit here for a moment. I'd like you to compare what happened to the second expression if you have minus sign outside the parentheses. This way, next time you can do this faster. Look at the sign in front of each term. This positive, positive become negative, negative, negative. In other words, minus a parenthesis, minus a parenthesis, all you need to do is change the sign of everything inside parentheses to the opposite. No matter if it's plus or minus, just change all of the signs to the opposite. That's what happened when you minus the whole thing inside the parentheses. Okay, now it's time to combine like terms. Square term, 7 minus 3, that is 4. This is gone. X term, 8, positive 8 minus 7, that's positive 1. We don't need to write 1 if we have 1x. And two constant terms, 5, positive 5 minus 1, that's positive 4. So final answer is 4x squared plus x plus 4. Now we have another one. This time I do it a little bit not faster. I mean, all we need is change the sign inside the second parenthesis to the opposite, no matter the original signs. Okay, so 12x cubed plus 10x minus 9 minus 4x cubed plus 5x minus 3. So take a look. Positive become negative, negative become positive, positive become negative. Just change the sign to the opposite. Now combine like terms, cube, 12 minus 4, that's 8. So cube is gone. And x term, positive 10, positive 5, totally positive 15. The x terms are gone. Constant term, negative 9, negative 3, totally negative 12. Whenever numbers have same sign, they accumulate in that direction. So we get an even bigger negative number to make sense. All right, this is the final answer. And this is the end of this video. Apparently it's a short video. We only cover the subtraction and addition of polynomials. And this is your last exercise questions. See you guys in the next video.